channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
The OY gang. It's they turn. Everybody get they turn, right? Yeah, when it comes to these streets, the streets is like a girl. It's just your turn, homie. And now it's they turn. They ain't learned from they, counterparts. Dudes that they was aligned with, they ain't learned from they ops. Dudes that they was beefing with, they ain't learned from dudes from they borough. They ain't learned from, guys that was in positions, rappers. They ain't learned. They was putting in pain. So now, they got an answer. Justice has called. Justice has called. The OY Sugarhill gang has been indicted. Yes, indicted. Some are acting shocked, but a young man lost his life. And they ain't playing when they portraying, basketball players losing their lives. So we're gonna get right into it. DA Alvin Bragg, he said he was coming for these gangs, and he's standing on what he said. So get your popcorn ready, cause it's gonna be a show. Salute.
They come to me when they want that reality. Who popped the bottle and who became a casualty? Streets talking hot, niggas banging, it's insanity. Spinning the block, hunting up, shooting randomly. This is my truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I did my dirt, now in reverse, I'll tell the youth. These streets don't love you. Don't get it confused.
What's the word? It's your boy Kha.Reality. I'm back with another one, and another one, ripping that 050 the movement. I hope you've been enjoying the latest content, the movement that keeps moving. I want to thank everybody that's subscribed to the page, like, sharing. We just giving information. If you haven't been subscribed, like 76% of y'all, make sure y'all subscribe. So let's tap right into the story. Good
evening. According to the Manhattan DA's office that had a press conference earlier this afternoon, they say these particular gang members were ruthless in going after their rivals, and it was their desire, obsession even, to get their rivals that they shot up indiscriminately around Harlem. They also say they were so ruthless that even when they mistakenly killed the wrong person, they posted a video on YouTube bragging about it.
There are 13 defendants, 2 adolescent offenders, AO under our law.
Dondre Murray and Zakaria Kamara, 2 alleged members of a gang who, according to the Manhattan DA's office, were so intent with taking out rivals, they would start shooting anytime and any place in Harlem.
This alleged conduct is, in a word, unacceptable. This brazen violence occurred in the middle of our streets, putting countless innocent bystanders at risk.
Murray and Kamara in court Wednesday afternoon arraigned on this 66-count indictment that is 47 pages long for conspiracy, attempted murder, assault, and weapons charges. The 13 suspects accused in 10 shootings from February 2021 to July of this year.
Is the concerted action. It is the working together and with the stated purpose, we allege, of working against another group.
In July 2024, near West 48th Street and Bradhurst Avenue in Hamilton Heights, prosecutors say members walked up to Trayson Clements, yelling and demanding to know who he was and where he was from.
They approached him to rob him, surrounded him, punched him. He was in a coma and later died.
And back in January, prosecutors say the gang members smuggled scalpels into the courthouse and slashed rival gang members on the 13th floor, the same floor where Murray and Kamara were arraigned today.
The violence even came to this very location, with defendants coming inside our courts and slashing, we allege, 2 rivals right here at 100 Center Street.
Now, only Murray and Kamara were arraigned today. The other suspects are expected to be arraigned tomorrow. And again, one suspect has yet to be arrested. Reporting live in Lower Manhattan, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Sugarhill members making the headlines once again after allegedly kickstarting a brawl in the Manhattan courthouse, which led to one of their ops getting stabbed. The alleged Sugarhill members that were present were O.Y. Bunga, who was recently freed for an attempted murder, well-known rapper Bloodie, 41 Hemi, and Sugarhill Ace. This incident has already shaken up the area so bad that it already made the news with some of the OY members getting arrested live on camera. With all of this adding to OY's heavy criminal history, is this the beginning of the end for OY? And is a possible indictment coming?
And the indictment did come. After Lil Nadi Osama was poked up and got unalive, we seen the rise of many Sugarhill rappers, start to blow up. Yeah, and some say that this gang, they got the most group success out of all the, New York City gangs, especially coming from Harlem. Out of Harlem, you gotta say they got it. But when bodies drop, like this kid, stuff start changing. People saying this kid wasn't a civilian, but the news is painting it different. And you can say what you want to say, but bodies drop, and now they coming for the OY gang. These guys are cooked, and I'm not gonna even hold nothing, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat this thing. A lot of these guys have bright futures. I see a lot of rappers not locked up. You see, they got a lot of notable rappers. D played for Keeps, Diddy Osama, Sugarhill D-Dot. Bloodie is actually on this indictment, so he's talented. Nadi Osama, he was one that lost his life. Yeah, Sugarhill Keem, I think he's locked up. He had a lot of clout too. Duty Low, he's not locked up neither. And E-Dot Baby, rest in peace. The Sugarhill gang, and like I said, Bloodie's got tens of millions of views. So, all of that, everything, what's gonna happen now? You're gonna be in jail for years. You're gonna have some little New York street clout. And, guys that you hate, these things out here. You know what I mean? These guys, these guys got beef everywhere. These guys got beef from fights with guys like Kha.Rich. They beef with guys Brooklyn, the next borough over, the Bronx, the YGs. They beef with everybody. And, Alvin Bragg has had enough, like I said before. These guys went from going back and forth. And it's sort of like how the GDs is in Brooklyn. You see how the GDs, everybody hate the GDs. That's how these OY guys is. Everybody that you see on the screen that's not OY, they don't like OY. So that, that's why it's so crazy, because this is the most hated street gang in New York City. Yes, this Sugarhill OY street gang is one of the most hated gangs. I would say them, probably the Gangsta Disciples in New York City. And I guess they had to stand on what they believe in. What they believe in is street beef and street war and going to jail and being ready for jail, because obviously these guys, this is what they do. You can see in the alleged indictment right there what they said. They said guys bought scalpels to court just in, I know what they bought. They bought scalpels to court just in case if they do get remanded or something, they have a scalpel while they in jail. But this is what a lot of the comments were saying. A lot of the comments, people were saying free Bloodie. People were saying, damn, they indicted. Everybody was in quarantine, supposed to come home soon. Hopefully they don't sell like Dougie. Free the OYs. Boy was putting in no pain. They talking about Duty Low because he put a heartbreak emoji. A lot of people were talking about it. Why is he not being mentioned on this? But y'all can see right there, when they say conspirator number one, when they say this number one, that's somebody who gave him up. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But somebody said you gotta be the ticket sometimes. That's what they were trying to say about Duty Low, Diddy Osama, you know what I mean, Sugarhill, D-Dot. This is what they're saying, they gotta be the ticket. But one thing I am gonna say, we don't see those guys locked up. Yeah, we don't see those guys locked up. But one thing they could have did was, put their money together, whatever, and just move their guys out so they wouldn't have to deal with this stuff. Because these guys been lit for a little couple years now. But all of that is going away because their shooters are going down. Yes, they are making an example of these guys. They are not playing. People tend to forget that Harlem is still Manhattan. It is still New York City. And you see, this is on the news. They got these guys, they sitting there what did I get myself into? Yes, reality check. You know what I mean? Don't pray to God, because you see, in God we trust over that judge. That's the only person that can feel lenient for you. And like I said, they don't learn from their counterparts. But this is a lot they were saying. They were saying, Duty Low wasn't doing nothing. They saying free Bloody, free Banger, and yeah, like I said, man, you don't see Duty Low on this indictment. Yeah, it is what it is. We don't see him. You know, we don't know what's to come in the future, but they probably lucky that the feds didn't grab them. Like, you know, these guys are posting still. Sugarhill D-Dot had posted something. He didn't say nothing about it. But, you know, these guys, these main three, and these are the main three that I know of when I hear about them. When I heard they got indicted, I thought these guys was on the indictment. But you can see, look, you see D-Dot right there, and you see these guys that's in the indictment behind him walking. Yeah, you see Duty Low right there, but I can see Bloody right there. And it looks so sad because it's like, dang, my guys are gone now. That's what people go be saying, oh, his guys are gone now. No, you guys risked your freedom, and then now the guys are gonna reap the benefits. They're gonna talk about this, talk about that, and you know, the guy Bloody, I feel a little bad for, because it's like, you know, a lot of these guys don't think, bro. They don't think, bro. Well, I don't feel bad. I'm not gonna say I feel bad. I could just, you know, his pain is just probably like, you know, it's over. It's over. These guys, they're gonna make an example of these guys, and these kids look stupid. Like they'll go to trial. Like, you know what I mean? But it looks like they got these guys. The people saying you posting dumb stuff on the internet, and then y'all songs, y'all should know better. There will be more indictments. Real, you know, people saying that they were talking about this kid. You know, a lot of people saying about this kid. You know, they asked him if he was a certain gang, and you know, they beat him to the ground, and he was unresponsive, and that's what y'all gotta know. Like, you know, you run down a kid, or y'all think, oh, it's just a fight. A guy slipped, hit his head wrong, and then now he's in a coma. Then his brain shut down, and all his organs done, and he turned it, and it's over. You know what I mean? But they said they misidentified this kid as a rival gang member, and allegedly assaulted by one of the defendants. Clemens was not, in fact, a member of a rival gang. But a lot of people said this kid was a Jet gang member. It ain't for me to say. Rest in peace to that kid, bro. That's the only thing I can say to that kid. Rest in peace to that kid. Condolences to his family. But it's so sad how this is just a recurring cycle, recurring event, and everyone gets their turn. But you see those three light-skinned kids right there, they ain't in an indictment. Yeah, they ain't in an indictment. So, you know what I mean? You can learn from this as, don't put your life on the line for nobody else. Don't put your life on the line for trying to be cool, for thinking this is for the gang, this is for this, because it's only you. When you have that jail ID, your face is going to be on there, no one else's. Salute.
Kha.realityTV, AHA.
Yeah, that's the one. That page is a movie. This nigga is covering all New York street activity, and it is a movie.
Listen, man, big shout out, man, to Kha.realityTV, man.
Hey, Kha.reality.
If you know him, you know he was really was on that.